Few votes for AGP, few for Ramp. Everyone thinks Flying is gonna win this. It'd be really cool if aGamerPerson wins this, but Ramp just has like the advantage. That Mega Aerodactyl though is a threat, I will say. I'm waiting for this link to come in, man. I'm just staring at my Discord. The underdog story, that's fair. That's fair. Ramp is just gonna scarf everything. The problem is Mega Aerodactyl at +1 just outspeeds everything besides Regieleki if it's not scarfed, like scarf wise. So like, it's kind of wild. Kilowattrel and Gligar, I just don't think are enough to take like the brute force of Electric. I really don't. So let's look at the teams here. We have Iron Jugulus, Dragonite, Kilowattrel, and Gligar, which both make total sense. Mega Aerodactyl and Celesteela. Then we see Pawmont, Regieleki, Tapu Koko, Zeraora, Sandy Shocks, and Rotom Wash. Yes, this is going to be fun, Wolf. I am very excited. Let me put some battle music on. Very good point here. Let me know how the volume is, because this might be a little bit louder. Alright, we see Gligar versus Sandy Shocks lead. Let's see it. Do we have 18 people here watching me live? Like in the Twitch, and then there's another 9 watching the battle. This is crazy. Yeah, Ice Punch on does Zeraora get Ice Punch? I don't think it does. It had to result to Hidden Power Ice before, but I know Pawmont gets Ice Punch. Dazzling Gleam on like Coco, yeah. Alright, Stealth Rocks makes sense, but at the same time, like I feel like a lot of aGamerPerson's team might be heavy duty boots. Earthquake did a ton too to that Sandy Shocks. It is a strong turn 1, but if this Sandy Shocks was meant to lead and just set hazards, then it did its job. And the Gligar instantly was like not a fan of that at all. Rotom Wash probably walls this pretty well. This probably has Roost. It could have Toxic as its last move, which would be pretty annoying for Rotom Wash. No, there's no timer, so we could be here all day if they decide it. Celesteela comes out, take a burn, alright. Now, burn makes sense. I wouldn't have Volt Switched on Gligar like that. I think burning it's pretty valuable. I would say now that the Rotom probably Volt Switches here, because it doesn't really lose much if the Kilowattrel or the Gligar come out, because it can just go for either like a Hydro Pump or another Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, it does get Giga Drain. That's why I think the Rotom needs to switch out here. It's going to be threatened by that. How's everyone doing? D3X Gaming, thank you for the follow. I didn't get that one come through, actually. I need to check this. Yeah, that seems to be the only one that I didn't get so far. Goes for a Will-O-Wisp is the Celesteela Leech Seed, so it's going to be annoying here. We do see leftovers, so that burn really does actually matter, because now it won't be getting, the recovery. Mutant Matman, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I mean, Leech Seed did make sense. Alright, I missed a few turns there. I feel like that one's going to come through a few times. I accidentally clicked it. So, what happened here? The Celesteela switched out, or no, Rotom switched out into Zeraora on a Giga Drain, and then Gligar came out on sub, and then it knocked off the Eevee. Okay, I'm caught up here. Hey! Mutant Matman, thank you for the Prime. I appreciate it a ton. Hell yeah. Alright, Rotom comes out here on U-turn. 3 votes for Ramp and 6 votes for AGP. If you guys haven't already, go vote in the Discord in the hashtag poll on who you think's gonna win. What do you think this Gligar goes out into? I'm surprised that Kilowattrel hasn't come out a little bit more. I kind of thought it would be like a Spadef set to take some hits from this Rotom. I feel like that's like really annoying for Gamer's team. He doesn't like Hydro Pumps at all. Exactly, that's what I'm thinking, yeah. Because it gets, I mean, that's pretty good recovery, and it gets Roost and stuff, so. And it can hit this back pretty hard with Thunderbolt. I mean, there are 2 Volt Absorb Mons on the field, so that it does make sense that you don't want to just freely start clicking Thunderbolt. Alright, we see Iron Jugulus come out. We don't see a booster energy here. Maybe Choice Specs, could be Choice Scarf. Yeah, but is he just going to infinitely U-turn out? Like, is that the strategy here? Just keep U-turning with everything? Appreciate everyone for being here right now. This is awesome. All right, U-turns out and just gets another crit. So maybe just goes out into Kilowattrel like I was saying before. I think Celesteela probably isn't like the worst switch in either, because Ramperdos doesn't want to start clicking electric type moves freely quite yet, I don't think. Alright, so they go out into Gligar here on, okay, Pain Split. So this Rotom really just wants to be a nuisance for as long as possible. Yeah, like, Celesteela is not bad, but the problem is it can't, like, continue to switch in, especially if it's switching in on moves like Volt Switch. If it gets Volt Switched on, it's just such a bad position. I mean, and here it comes in, and I assume it's going to get a Leech Seed off here. That would make the most sense. See, like, that did 30%. Like, that's not bad damage. Celesteela doesn't want to be taking, like, multiple of those hits. Yeah, Gligar definitely has Roost last move. It would be really dumb if it didn't. Losing its Eviolite kind of sucks here, too. It's nowhere near as bulky as it wants to be. Whatever Rotom goes out into is going to get Leech Seeded, so, like, I would imagine he's just going to want to go out into something, like, Fast Volt Switch. Okay, so he goes for the Giga Drain here. I do think Leech Seed would have been the better play. I don't think Dragonite wants to take any damage. He wants to keep the multi-scale intact, but going Kilowattrel maybe would have been the play there to take that knockoff instead of Gligar. But I think at this point, Gligar is kind of a sack. I think he's trying to just let it go down here. And Zeraora gets up a substitute, and Ice Punch should be able to... Oh, wait, it doesn't get Ice Punch. We've already been over this. Never mind. Gets up a Bulk Up here. What is this Zeraora going to go for here that's going to threaten this Gligar? Like, knockoff isn't going to do as much. Can't Plasma Fist. What's that, like, is that maybe no electric move? It'd be kind of crazy, though, if it doesn't have Plasma Fists. Yeah, but Blaze Kick's not going to do anything, like, crazy to Gligar. And then Mega Aerodactyl would wall that set. Knockoff plus Blaze Kick. Play Rough, maybe. But, again, like Celesteela, it has to be Plasma Fist last move. It has to be. Nothing else makes sense to me. I don't think Knockoff plus Play Rough on Celesteela would do it. Yeah, it's Plasma Fist last move if he went for knockoff there. In this current battle, there is no Terra at all. Terra was banned from Season 2. Oh yeah, Terra would have been a nightmare. Kilowattrel comes out here. Alright. Yeah, there will be Terra in Season 3. You have to, like, pick Terra captains and all that. It'll all be broken down. We're going to get into a ton of shit after this. We're going to go over, like, the document. We're going to go over the rules. We're going to go over the coaches, the coach order, and everything. Yeah, we had Z moves in here. They were very niche, I would say. I wanted them to be that way, though. I didn't want them to be overpowered. I wanted them to just be, like, optional, you know? I really wanted to use Z Parting Shot. I don't think I ever actually got to use it, though. Or no, I think I did once. I think I did click it once. Sandy Shocks does get Power Gym here, so that is something to keep in mind. It is slower, though, than Kilowattrel, so it could just U-turn out. Yeah, the Poison-type team got done so dirty, like, not even on purpose. It just, all of the good Pokemon, or not, like, all the decent Pokemon were ranked in 11. They had to be in 10 to use Z moves. Oh, and the Sandy Shocks does have the Power Gym, and it looks to be Choice Scarf since it outsped the Kilowattrel there. That's huge damage. The Kilowattrel does not like that. It can get the health back, though, if it switches in on an electric move later on, so not, you know, the end of the world for it. I don't think either person is in, like, a better spot than the other. I will say that Ramperdos' team is worn down a tad bit more, but Gamer's, like, is not much better. Like, his Kilowattrel's really weak. The Celesteela could be in a better position. Ooh, it misses the Leech Seed. That's horrible. That's really bad. Oh, man. Regieleki's on a balloon as well, so it doesn't want to get earthquaked. I think this is, like, the perfect opportunity to try to go Kilowattrel. Okay. I mean, I guess it was a good decision not to, since they just let off a raw Terra Blast there. Yeah, Rotom still being at 72% is kind of annoying. If Celesteela goes down, it really doesn't have a way to easily, like, break through it. Yeah, Regieleki's the fastest Pokemon in the game, base stat-wise. This Gligar is making itself resilient. I said it wasn't going to be around much longer because it lost its Eviolite, but it's proven me wrong. Excuse me? The way Kilowattrel came out so quickly, I'm assuming... Okay, a lot just happened there. I'm assuming that the Aerodactyl was an intentional sack to try to get Kilowattrel in, but this just showed that it's Choice Scarfed. That was... I have questions there. I would have sacked Kilowattrel personally. I don't think Arrow needed to die there, but with... So we now know 2 Scarfers. Maybe Arrow isn't the best here, because Arrow does get outsped by Regieleki and then Sandy Shocks, of course. So maybe getting rid of it was the play. That was weird. Yeah, it was Mega Aerodactyl. But at +1, that thing was super scary, so... I guess it doesn't really get an opportunity, though, to set up. Dragonite will have a way better chance trying to do that. Yeah, it's like, I mean, it outspeeds a lot of the team, like, somewhat naturally. Like, Zeraora, it wouldn't have, or the Regieleki, it wouldn't have. But it would have outsped, like, you know, the Sandy Shocks and Palmont if they weren't Choice Scarfed. He's really trying to keep that Regieleki's balloon intact, and I can't blame him. Maybe. I think he's really just going to try to go for game with Dragon Dance Dragonite. But to do that, I'm pretty sure he'll have to get +2. And he'll have to set up on not Palmont or Rotom. Yeah, he needs to get that balloon going on Regieleki, and it's going to be a bit easier for him. But Rotom's right there, too, with Levitate, so that's not much better. Alright, Rotom comes out here. Dude, this Gligar has crit, like, 2 or 3 U-turns now. Not that, like, it really matters, but... Like, I would much rather get crit on, like, any other move. Which, when I say naturally, it went from, like, 8 to 13 to, like, 20. Like, it was... Alright, we see Iron Jugulus here. I'm thinking this is going to be Choice Scarf Iron Jugulus because it would be faster than his Choice Scarfers. Weakness Policy Agility, that'd be crazy. It has to wait for the Rotom to be gone, too. Oh, this Celesteela is not looking good. Nah, that balloon's not going to get popped easily. Ramperdos is playing that balloon so safely. Like, so incredibly safe. We still don't know 2 of the moves on the Celesteela. I assume Earthquake for one of them, and then maybe, like, Protect would make sense to me to get, you know, the recovery. Okay, yep, Protect. This Palmont has only had to click Ice Punch so far, and it's just such a threat with it. Yeah, and we know that he knows that it's a Choice Scarf, but, like, what do you switch into? Everything's still weak to, you know, like, this is literally the best switch in to an Ice move that he has. Maybe, but I doubt that this Celesteela lives an Ice Punch here. If it doesn't, he might risk a double Protect, because there's no switch in. Yeah, I think double Protect is what he's going to have to do. Oh, the Celesteela does live. Alright, so that Palmont took nothing. Nothing. Holy shit, I thought that would do way more, that Earthquake. Oh, it is burned. Wow. Yeah, burn was something I didn't see that. Well, I did see that. It's just like my brain didn't calculate it. Yeah, you're right, Orange. Dragonite is the only way to win this game for him. I forgot about burn. My dumbass. It is close, but aGamerPerson is definitely on the back foot here. Because Celesteela goes down here, unfortunately. I mean, I would just let Celesteela go down here. It's just like, this isn't what you want it to go down against, because you can't go Dragonite here and D-Dance up unless you're like Lumberry. And then, I don't think Iron Jugulus KOs here, because we know that's Scarf. Definitely a rough situation for Gamer. Goes Iron Jugulus here. Interesting. So, decides to keep the Celesteela for a sack. Let's see what Rotom goes out into. I was just thinking go Tapu Koko, because then they don't want to go for a dark move, and then you just go back out into Rotom on an Earth Power. That's what I would have done there, but Sandy Shocks being this low is also, you know, that makes sense. I do think he's Boots as well, but Lumberry would be like a great thing here. Weakness Policy would be kind of crazy, but I just don't think there's enough to activate it. He's either going to Roost or U-turn here. I think U-turns, like, Roost would be good, obviously, but I think U-turn's just better to try to keep up, like, some form of momentum, since Iron Jugulus is the fastest thing on the field at the moment. Or, like, fastest thing alive, I mean. Goes for the Roost, though. Yeah, I think U-turning was definitely the play with the Gligar there. This isn't good. Iron Jugulus is faster. Okay, he's going Dragonite here. Yeah, it could Dark Pulse, because it wouldn't want to Earth Power, because Rotom's right there, but it's just such like a prediction-reliant play. It's not, you know, the safest. Yeah, that's a good chance to 2-hit KO there. Real good chance. And the Dragonite at +1 does not outspeed Pawmont either. Extreme Speed actually goes kind of crazy, though. So, if it's Weakness Policy here, if it's Weakness Policy, okay, that would have been crazy. Weakness Policy into, like, Dragon Dance into E-Speed might have just won that game. Like, not joking. He might not, but, like, in a situation where, like, in this, like, situation, I think a set of, like, Weakness Policy and then into a DD E-Speed sweep, which just wins. In that, you know, this just gets a free Volt Switch here. Everything just Volt Switches now. Oh, insult to injury there, man. That's rough, unfortunately. And he goes for a Rapid Spin, so that now means that Regieleki is faster than Iron Jugulus, and that is GG's. Ramperdos is the Season 2 VDL champion with the Electric-type team. Damn. What a battle. That was really good by both sides. It was very close. And someone just changed their vote from aGamerPerson to Ramp. I just watched them do it in the Discord. Yeah, Electric did it. Damn. GG, Ramp.